The BC election is now over, and the Lieutenant Governor has asked Premier Clark to continue to govern. In just under 2 weeks, we will also have the recount and final vote tallies in a couple of those close ridings the NDP won that could put the BC Liberals back into majority territory. I'd wanted to take a break from talking about the election and what it means, but there has just been far too much speculation out there in the press, partly from the media, partly from progressives dying to chime in and pressure the Greens and NDP into a coalition, and partly from BC Liberal voters and Conservatives in this province who are oh so pessimistic right now. So I thought I'd make a short list of what's next for the BC Liberals this province and why I am more optimistic than most about what, if any, concessions the Liberals will make to the Green Party. First, Christy Clark is not going to and cannot be trading off resource projects in exchange for support in the legislature. This would be a move that would alienate the communities and interior of the province that saved the BC Liberals from losing. To trade off LNG or Site C in exchange for temporary support from the Green Party is suicide for the BC Liberals and will surely result in a populist rural backlash from the Peace River down through the Fraser Valley. As for the Kinder Morgan pipeline, it's true, Clark and the BC Liberals don't talk about it much, but they did come out right before the election and improve it, and tout the jobs from the project at the same time. But I expect her to go dead quiet on Kinder Morgan now and let Rachel Notley and Justin Trudeau champion the project. After all, it is their economic record that depends on it, not British Columbia's. And for what it's worth, my more conservative sources within the party aren't about to let this project of national importance die in a minority government, even if they don't talk about it publicly. So I feel pretty good about that. 2. The BC Liberals can do a major save-a-face and come out and end the issue of campaign donations once and for all. Never mind the independent panel they promised to evaluate it all, just come out and champion the federal model that former Prime Minister Stephen Harper gave us. I can't tell you how many people remarked to me how dumb they thought the party had been on this issue at BC Liberal headquarters on election night. Most, if not all, who said those things to me agreed this policy cost the party votes here in the Lower Mainland, where people are sick of big-time property developers influencing politics at both the provincial and municipal level. This can also be something the Green Party can be brought in to assist, and Dr. Weaver has said this is the starting point for any cooperation. And because this is truly a non-partisan topic, Christy Clark needs to get it done. As for what kind of caps for individual donations, make it $5,000 a year and don't give any tax credits. 3. Get serious about working with the federal government to clean up the loopholes and shady ways foreign capital is entering the Vancouver real estate market. Yeah, it's hard when there are millions of millionaires wanting to get their money out of China, but the effects of foreign money in this city are clear, and it's not good. And while immigration and financial crimes enforcement is a federal issue, it might be time for BC to look at starting our own investor immigrant program to make sure any money that comes through legally does so, and make sure that there is a substantial fee to immigrate under this program. That will allow for money to be collected, as many investor immigrants don't declare income here, yet use all the services locals do pay for with their taxes. Think of the Quebec investor immigrant program on steroids, with a $500,000 or $1 million fee for about 1,000 immigrants a year. 4th and lastly, read my lips. No new taxes. Both Weaver and Horgan will want Christy Clark to impose new taxes or raise taxes, especially the carbon tax. If those two want to bring down the government based on raising or introducing new taxes, let them. They will be hammered at the polls next time, and I know Christy Clark. She will relish such a topic to campaign on. Now, with BC running surpluses, I could see Clark allocating more dollars for healthcare or education as a bone to Andrew Weaver and the Green Party, but she cannot make promises in the billions of dollars we do not have. Again, all of this really comes down to if the Liberals get that 44th seat and a majority, or if someone from the NDP or Greens decides to cross the floor. But if things hold the way they do, these 4 things are how the BC Liberals can hold on to power and be back ready to win a majority next election, keeping the socialist hordes behind the gates. For the Rebel.media, I'm Christopher Wilson. Thank you so much for watching. Never miss a Canadian news or political story. Click subscribe on the Rebel Canada YouTube channel if you haven't already.